Hi, I'm Tom Chapman. I'm the founder of Hair and Beauty Talk, and this training is to help hair and beauty professionals have safe communications around mental health, the communications that we have in our chairs, whether we like it or not. The Hair and Beauty Talk is based on 4 pillars. Recognize, ask, listen, and help. Firstly, you need to recognize that somebody is going through something, which gives us the opportunity to then ask good questions. And then we have to, in turn, listen well with empathy and without judgment. And finally, help that person find the help they need. The help section is more of a safety net so that we can keep ourselves safe, as well as looking after the clients in our salons around the world. In 2014, I lost a friend to suicide, and I'd seen him just days before and didn't realize that he was struggling. This prompted me to ask myself the questions, lots of why questions. Why would he do this? Why did he feel so alone? Why did he think that suicide was the only option? But also, what if? What if I'd recognized? What if I had been able to ask him the questions, and what would I have done if he had said yes, he was suicidal? This led a year later in 2015 to the formation of the Lions Barber Collective. And our vision is a world free from suicide, but our mission is to create non-clinical, non-judgmental, safe spaces where people feel comfortable to talk about their mental health and then be able to signpost them to support and information, bridging the gap between the communities we serve as a hair and beauty industry and the resources and professionals that are available. 72% of people who take their life have had no contact with mental health services in the 12 months before they die here in the UK. But they've probably had a haircut. Suicide is the biggest killer in young people here in the UK, with someone dying by suicide every 120 minutes. Globally, that number is much bigger, with somebody dying by suicide every 40 seconds. Suicide and mental health is a global problem. Everybody has mental health. Everybody has problems. It's something that we as a hair and beauty industry deal with on a daily basis. So I feel that this training is so important because it helps prepare you for the conversations that you'll be having. Whether you like it or not, they will be inevitable in our chairs. The whole point of this training is not to try and turn you into professionals. We're not here to diagnose, we're not here to prescribe. So after 2 years of planning and prepping and trialing, we came to the conclusion alongside Dr. Peter Aitken, who's a former psychiatrist of the year, that these 4 pillars were enough to be able to create safe conversations and help keep people alive or help them when they're struggling. The 4 pillars that we're going to go through are: number 1, recognize. So how to recognize the signs that somebody may be struggling and struggling alone. Ask, what kind of questions we can ask, direct questions that we often avoid. Listen, listening well with empathy and without judgment. And finally, help. So help to help. Sometimes the first 3 pillars of recognize, ask, and listen may be enough to help that individual, but it's really important that we have the safety net of what's available to us, that we can signpost that person to, keeping ourselves safe and keeping them safe in the moment.